record first. Perfect. And we're recording. Hello and welcome. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, Peter. Today with me are my Dungeons and Dragons heroes that I have found at a grocery store. I found both Kyle and Sarah, who play Thoro and Iris, smuggling alcohol into the store, which was really odd, but they wanted to make sure everyone in the store was having a good time. I found Yesley in that spice department because her hair and her personality is the spiciest of them all. And then Rachel kicked everyone out because she was a manager.
Make me sound like such a party pooper.
Well, I mean, when a bunch of kids come in and destroy your store, that's understandable. So, my grocery store heroes, why don't you guys say hi?
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Perfect. And that note, unfortunately, all the heroes will be coming in hopefully later. Unfortunately, we will not have May-Ighe build high with us today. He has fallen ill.
He has a magical brain tumor.
The magical brain tumor came back.
It's contagious.
Sanguine will be joining us for a little bit. And then Leander will be joining us shortly. Unfortunately, we're starting a little bit later than normal due to work. Likes to just schedule my players in the worst hours ever on Tuesdays, which sucks. But it is what it is. We'll continue. So we'll go ahead and do a recap and get right into it. So where we last left off, you guys chose to go to the lovely town of Worcester. I do believe that was the name. That was lovely.
Not bad.
Especially when you have headphones, I can really hear it and smell it. So that was just...
You got smell-o-vision?
That's what happens when you become a dungeon master. You automatically get smell-o-vision.
Oh, man.
It's not the best, but the group decided to go to Worcester and not another location due to the fact that they felt that the Worcester was more of a primary location to go rescue or to find out what the deal was. I know I said 3 weeks travel time, but I'm going to change it to 3 days because 3 weeks sounds a bit excessive. And I am terrible when it comes to distance. So whenever you guys ask for like, what's the distance? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And then I go, let's go weeks. That sounds about right. No, that sounds too long.
I mean, that is a very northern/Michigan thing to do. Is we judge everything by time. How far away is the grocery store? It's about 5 minutes.
It's a very Midwestern thing to do.
Yeah, northern Midwestern thing.
It's working today. D&D. No, apparently. There we go. I'll go ahead and share that. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and mute that. Alright. When our group first got to Worcester, they were actually... the trip was uneventful, really. They ran into some bandits, which they have recruited to take on one of the cultists' stronghold that they found out. And the orcs and cultists took the town of Zana, and kind of molded it into a nice little fortress. The group decided not to go there because they knew they would most likely get slaughtered because they just don't have the manpower of taking on a group of cultists and 5 orc tribes. Even though that would sound like an awesome battle, I really don't want to have my players get slaughtered right off the bat.
Well,
You
that's
don't
no
want
fun.
you don't want a TPK?
Only if I cause it or Travis cause it.
Oh jeez.
One of those.
Almost caused it once.
We will do it again.
How about
It may not have been successful the first time, but it will be the second.
When our lovely heroes got here, I don't know, I think things were normal. People trying selling you maps. Nonagon went to a fighting arena and fought a trenchcoat person. Evenly matched at a point, but then the trenchcoat surrounded Nonagon at the final moment and poofed her away, revealing that there was 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Those kobolds ran away. Sanguine chased them. Leander went after the trench coat, and followed by May-Ighe. Our group did go to the Windmill Inn prior to that event. Discovered some lovely stuff there. And where we last left off was Leander chasing the trench coat, like I just said. May-Ighe is shortly following after, but thankfully for Leander's parkour training, he got and told us he was able to keep up with the trench coat and met a mystery person inside of a house. We'll reveal who that is when the time comes. No one knows what Nonagon is. No one knows what Sanguine is. So right now we'll focus on the 3 people we can focus on, which is Thoreau, who is, I do believe, playing bagpipes at the current moment.
Yes, I am.
Iris is chilling in a corner, enjoying her meal and ale. And Core is going around the tavern. Just trying to... Oh, no, you went around the tavern to detect magical items, correct? Alright, so we'll go ahead... And then you came back. So we'll go ahead and have Core and Iris start us off. So...
I guess Iris is just gonna look at Core and be like, "Did you find anything?"
All right, other than some of the lanterns being magic, and for some reason the bear skins on the ground are magic. Nothing that seems too out of place.
Interesting. Bear skins being magical. That's a new one. Maybe that's a defense thing.
Yeah, that tiefling skull also has some magical properties. But that's the only thing that I would say that would be a little off.
Interesting.
Yep. I don't know what to do. Everybody's missing.
Yeah, it's okay. Iris is like gonna awkwardly try. What are you doing? You're not a walrus.
Technically, since it is 2020, he can be what he wants.
Yes, Sarah. Gosh.
But continue, Iris.
Someone save me. God. She's gonna like awkwardly try and comfort Core. Be like, "They're there." I don't know.
It's not like you guys been through several battles together, very emotional times together, but even after all that, Core can say, "It's okay."
There.
Iris doesn't know how to feelings, okay?
Well, we'll go with, at the moment, you kind of went A-okay. This little scruffy, scruffy, this very somewhat dirty young child comes in, has the overalls and like a bowler's cap on, looks around and sees Core and starts to walk up to Core with his hands in his pocket. He goes, "Hey, miss, are you Core?" You got
On who's asking?
Well, I have an invitation from Eugene from you. Will you accept this invitation so I can say it, get paid, and leave?
Can I do an insight check to see if he's telling the truth?
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
Shit.
Skills. Insight. Okay.
Put it there.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yeah, no, this kid seems legit. He seems like he's wanting to get paid and leave.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, sweet. Dear Core, unfortunately, our first date got interrupted, but if you'd like to have a tea date, please meet me in the garden. End message. And
Where's the garden?
that way?
Okay.
Alright. Well, oh, yeah. He knew you would get lost, so he told me to hand you this little fluff ball, which will guide you to him.
What is it?
So it's like a yawn ball. All he says, he'll hand you it and go, all that Mr. said was all you need to do is toss it on the ground and follow it.
Okay.
All right, thank you, miss. You, other miss, you both have a lovely day. And the kid walks away.
Okay.
Iris is just gonna look at Cora and be like, "Ooh, date 2."
Shh. And then she'll walk out.
Okay.
She'll throw out the thing on the ground.
It transforms into like a yawn version of a cat, and just guides you to Eugene. Well, we'll guide you to Eugene.
Okay, she'll try to follow close behind.
All right. So as Core's doing that, what is Thoro and Iris doing back in the inn? So Core left.
Making that sweet, sweet gold.
Okay, so you're gonna be doing that for the whole day.
Yeah.
All right. So Iris, since you are literally now the only one in the inn, and the only accessible player at the current moment, besides Thoro and Core, we'll get to again them in a little bit. What is Iris gonna do? You have pretty much free range here.
She kind of took interest in Core saying that the tiefling head had some kind of magical properties to it, so she wanted to go kind of low key check that out, like go get a drink from the bar, hopefully avoid the one racist bartender.
All right, let's see if you can go to the bar and avoid. Let's see how your luck is. Your luck is good.
I mean, I took the lucky feat, so it should be good.
Okay, so you'll get to the bar, and the one waitress who was helping you out is asks, "What can I do for you, sweetie?"
Just looking for a little something different to drink, and then just had a question about what the skull there is.
Oh, that. The innkeeper says he slew the last great demon of the land, but we just let him think that. But now that was here long before we bought the place.
Do you know any of the its history or anything?
Uh, only from what was passed down, story-wise, is it was a great demon, who caused a lot of chaos in the lands back when the lands were ruled by angels and devils and their war, and that a neutral party came in and stopped the war. But not much is known about that party. It's just after eons of killing each other, the war just stopped. But depending on who you ask, people will say humans came in and subdued both races or both sides and then took the land for themselves. Others will say goblins and orcs roamed during that time and due to their massive populations, outnumbered both sides and quelled them. But if there's any magical residue still in that skull, we're unable to access it. But it
Interesting.
does work as a great light at night, or for spooky Halloween parties.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we should put some crystals in his eyeballs, and it does the rest.
Neat.
Go ahead and roll me a history check, Iris.
Shut up. 16.
Kind of with that further history, you greatly do know that it is a full-fledged demon skull. It's not a tiefling's or any sub-demon or like lower class demon. It's a high-class demon skull for sure. You don't know what generation of demon it is. Unfortunately, with the 16, but you know it's if you do kind of like skulls in like different styles or versions of it from the generations, you can possibly tell this may be a 1 through 6 generation demon here. Those generations will span long times, depending on if a demon would have added modifications to them, bred differently, and so forth. That wasn't good. That's not great either. Alright, we're gonna delay that then. Anything else you want to do here, Iris?
No, not really.
Alright, so we'll have Iris and Thor kind of just hang out in the bar. Hope not.
No. It's called
Them. Alright, core. So as you're following this cat to the garden, and the cat will watch you, and the moment you will kind of veer off, the cat will wrap its string tail around your wrist to make sure you follow it, so you don't get lost. As you're walking, you do not. I'm pretty sure you're probably looking around to see if you notice your other companions. You don't notice Nonagon. You have not seen Sanguine. You don't see Leander, or do you see May-Ighe on your trip to the garden. Keep in mind, the inn was here, the gardens were bottom right-hand corner. You will eventually, after some time, get to the garden. After passing the streets, seeing people do business, kids playing, all that, I guess, city life, town life that we all see is in those lovely fantasy shows. But you will get to a lovely garden where, right outside of it, Mr. Penguin is with a nice little suit and a little bow tie, and he has that like napkin thing over his little fin, and he's just waiting for you.
Something's off. She'll poke him.
He'll poke you back.
She'll pinch his cheeks.
He will pull out.
I'm here.
He'll pull out a lovely rose for you to give it to you, and then he will turn and walk you into the garden. You go through a little bit of a maze. You can notice that the flowers here are very beautiful. um, a range of different flower accompaniments. And maybe after 2.5 minute walk, you get to this lovely middle section that has a canopy, two chairs, a nice little table, crumpets, tea, and all that lovely stuff. Um, a lot of flowers and everything from. Actually, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Give me a second.
Okay. 1 second. 2 second.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20
Nice.
plus 5.
25. Okay. Well,
29.
this whole place is lovely. You notice every small detail of it. These flowers are very healthy. This garden is very well kept up. And on a table inside a canopy, in the very center vase, is a bouquet of flowers that you didn't notice at first because you were taking around scenery, but now having that level 25, you notice that they are flowers from your homeland that only grow in your section.
Oh. So they're like moonflowers.
Yeah. Then as you kind of like, Eugene will pop out from like the backside of the canopy, all snazzily dressed like he was last time, and we'll say, "Hi, Core."
Oh. Where did you come from?
Just behind the canopy.
Where'd you disappear to? You keep disappearing, man.
A lot of business I have to take care of. It's not easy to get these things arranged.
Hmm. Okay, I see.
Would you like to sit down?
Yeah. She'll say nervously.
Which would catch him off guard a bit. He will do the gentleman thing, pull out your chair, and then push it in while you sit down. And he will go on the opposite side. The penguin will pull out from underneath his little napkin 2 menus and hand it to you both. On the menu is, on your plate, on your menu, is a list of vegetarian items, snacks and desserts, and all those lovely things Core would love to eat. Oh, you would think Eugene would assume Core would like to eat.
Wow, this is like really elaborate. You have strawberry tarts on here?
We do, yes.
I love strawberry tarts.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Mr. Penguin told me that, so I made sure that he added them to the list.
Who told you?
The penguin. Oh, sorry.
That's what I want. I want strawberry tarts.
You want strawberry tarts? The penguin will write it down, and out from underneath his little napkin thing, he pulls out a plate of strawberry tarts, puts it in front of you. We'll pull both you and Eugene a cup of water and a cup of tea, and then we'll just walk to the kind of like a couple feet out of the canopy and just stand there. He will pull out a chair from underneath his cloth, and he'll just sit down in it, facing away from you guys.
This is really fancy. So just look around
Well,
and admiring everything.
it's not as fancy as the first thing I had planned, but it's the best I can do on short notice.
Still beautiful. I really like it.
Um,
I'd honestly rather be outside than indoors.
well, good thing this place had a garden, so it worked out well.
I agree.
Yeah. Mhm. So how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple of days.
Kind of freaking out because everybody's, always disappearing.
Well, I can't vouch for what they are doing when they disappear, but most of the time it's business with me.
Guess you're not wrong, but when friends always seem to be hurt, it's a little worrying.
It is, but luckily you have some amazing friends with you that can greatly take care of themselves.
Some
Say that one more time.
said some of them are dumb.
Depending on who you're comparing them to, yes.
Some dumb. Just like they're more reactive than anything.
Well, maybe they just need someone to follow. Oh, maybe they just need someone to believe in.
Maybe.
I mean, you can take up that role. You're a very capable person.
Me?
I've seen what you can do, and it's very
Can't
extraordinary.
take that role.
You've, since I've traveled with you guys, you've shown the most potential, the most growth, and the most power. I don't see why people wouldn't be drawn to you.
I don't think I could lead. Not yet. That is.
Well, you have my support.
I appreciate that. Even though I don't quite feel the same, but I appreciate that.
Well, I should be thanking you for, I guess, saving me from Coella. Because if it wasn't for you, I would still be in that prison.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. I love that every time you move your laptop, we hear it too. He said, "Thank you for rescuing me from Coella because if it wasn't for you, I'll still be there."
Welcome. And to be honest, if I had to do it again, I would.
And why is that, if I may ask?
Mm, Being cooped up isn't any way to live. I always believed that everyone deserved to do as they please, and I think that you weren't. It didn't seem like you were happy being there, and freedom is everything to me.
You are right. I was not truly happy being there, but I can say that I am truly happy being here with you.
And why is that?
And he'll turn away for a quick. Well, as you, if you haven't forgotten, I have very strong emotions for you, and even though you may not have the same back, I just want to treat you right.
Thank you. In my years of living, I've never had anyone treat me as you do. Kind of nice. I'm still, like I said, young, and I don't know much about the world because I really had a sheltered upbringing, just being in the tribe. I don't know a lot of things, and it's time for me to learn these things so I can teach others.
Well, I am happy to teach you all I know, whatever that may be.
Thank you. I I need a teacher. I'm sorry for buttering you up.
It's, it's one of the. I don't know how to describe that moment. Um, very. I still got to pay back May-Ighe for that. It was quite a time. And butter is not on the menu, by the way. I made sure to remove any
I
butter.
bet you're happy about that it's not on the menu.
A little bit. I mean, it's the first time we've actually got that close to each other. And I guess I freaked out when you touched my face. 'Cause it's the first time you actually kind of touched me. So I apologize if I reacted the way I did.
It's okay. And then she'll poke him on the nose.
And you will see he will just get flustered dramatically and just put up his menu a little further to his face.
She'll just chuckle to herself.
All right. So Eugene and Cole will have a little bit of more time together, but we'll go ahead and focus. We'll move the attention a little bit back to Nonagon. I'll tell Nonagon when she's located at.
Where am I located?
Oh, a very wonderful place. May I would approve of it. So as
Do I need to duck down?
No. The last thing you remember was fighting this this trenchcoat lizard person. Very unexpected movements, which caught you off guard during the fight, because it wasn't any formal type of fighting that you're used to at all. And then having just a trench coat like fly at you caught you off guard and kind of poofed you away. But when you re-poofed, you find yourself without your gear, armor, so you have kind of just like that Under Armour clothing, t-shirt, slacks, or whatever it would be for Nonagon. And you're in this quite medium-sized room, which once your eyes adjust, you can tell that you're in a prison cell. And there's about 6 different cells, so 5 other than yours, and they're all filled with tieflings.
Am I missing all my gear or just my armor and weapons?
All your gear.
Oh wait, do I have my necklace?
Nope, you are stripped bare.
Okay.
And as you come to, you'll hear a very familiar face was, "Ah, shit, it's you." And as you turn to look at the voice, you see Roll just standing above you going, "I thought I got rid of you."
Well, you did until you went and got lost, and then I had to come find your ass.
What are you even doing in this town? Weren't you supposed to go somewhere else after you guys got back?
Yeah, we came back and you were gone, and again, I had to go save your ass, so here we are.
And you fell perfectly into the trap because you went to the fighting ring. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Is the rest of your group...
Well, my group's still out there. Where's your group?
He will point to the rest of the cells.
All right, for my point. My group's still out there.
As he points, half of his battalion that he came, again, all tieflings, but half of them are missing their horns. You can tell that his horns, one of them has actually been filed down halfway.
Bro, what happened to everybody's horns?
Well, that's a long story. But to let you know, once we cleared out the cultists' outpost, um, and we decided to make to the port towns. This one was the closest one, so Violet stayed back to make sure that she can keep a whereabouts on any cultists that would possibly head to Greenest, while I take half of my battalion with me here, leave the other half with Violet in case a large force comes. We get to this town and everything seems normal. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Except for some strange people kept wanting to sell us maps, which was very odd. But we just assumed they just wanted to make a quick coin. We started to investigate around, and we couldn't find any guards at all. We couldn't get access to the mayor. The only really people that will sell us or talk to us would be businesses. So we got a room in the inn, and slowly but surely we started to get picked off one by one by one. We didn't notice it until some of us participated in the fighting ring. And that's when that's when they kidnapped a lot of us. They took us by surprise. And I got challenged. There's a Leander. I got challenged in the fighting ring and ended up here.
Challenged by this lizard guy that ended up being two guys in a trench coat?
Actually, by someone in full plate. Wielding a great sword.
Question.
Yes.
Is everyone in Rohul's battalion a tiefling?
Yes.
Or is it a mix?
It's all tieflings.
Okay. Okay.
And they've
Do you think they're targeting this Nonagon rule? Do you think they're targeting just tieflings, or are they taking anyone that comes into the town?
It just seems tieflings related.
Okay.
They are doing something with our horns. We just don't know what.
Are they cutting them off and taking them, or shaving them down?
Some of them will just be completely ripped off. The stronger ones get filed down.
Lovely. All right. Did you guys learn anything before you guys started getting picked off, or were we too focused on finding our missing people?
Well, we noticed that there is a couple of figures working in the shadows. There's a scientist known as Dr. Magoo, who is running the experiments on our horns, and he's accompanied by ironically, another tiefling. Surprisingly, the only reason I know that is because I can smell the tiefling blood. I haven't seen the actual person. I just only hear her voice every time Magoo files down our horns or experiments with our blood.
Interesting. Well, I guess the first call to action would be I should try to get a hold of someone in my group who has not been captured yet. Preferably someone not a tiefling who will not be then captured. Try to make sure they take care of Iris. Make sure she doesn't get picked up.
Yeah, I would hate to be haunted by Typhon's ghost if that happened.
I mean, yeah. He was scary in real life. I don't want to see a haunting.
Very true.
All right. I'm gonna try over the eye ring and see if I can get anybody to hear me.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. There's.
If I'm within range of anyone, I'm just gonna Iris, Thoro, May-Ighe, Sanguine, Core. Can anybody hear me?
Let me go ahead and roll that percentile for you. Ooh, I'll keep that. Roll me a d6.
Roll a d6. Oh no. 2.
All right. So as you're kind of doing that, you stop for a second and you decide to meditate. Kind of calming yourself down because all your precious items have been taken, but it looks like the Irene was skipped. We'll say May-Ighe has kind of told you guys, like not May-Ighe, Valador, before you guys left the ship, has kind of told you the Irene will work in mysterious ways. Sometimes you just got to think out of your imagination. Sometimes at key moments it will further its range as long as you're like one with yourself. Being an experienced fighter that you are, you take that moment. Hi, Travis. And just calm yourself, and you're able to ping your Irene over to Iris. The signal's not strong, so you only have a few sentences to say before it cuts off. So
Okay.
Iris, you will get a ping in your Irene.
Hello?
Iris, it's Nonagon. I found the others. Watch your back. Tiefling's in danger. Others should be safe.
What? Because she literally just probably got done talking to the waitress, barmaid, whatever you want to call her. So she's probably like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Iris, listen carefully. Found the others. My shit's gone. You're in danger. Find the others.
Okay. She's gonna look over at Thoro and just be like, come on, fucker. We got stuff to do.
Thoro's. You're gonna have to wait until the song's done.
We don't got time, bitch. Come on.
He just kind of like glares at you as playing. Like, you're waiting.
Iris is gonna walk up with a sharp needle.
So I'll give Nonagon one last sentence to say before the Irene cuts out.
I said I'm gonna need it a sec. Basically, blah, blah, blah. Dr. Magoo doing experiments on tiefling horns. Working with another tiefling. I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay. And then after, like, you hear working with another tiefling, don't know what's going on with it, and then it would be Nonagon has been disconnected.
Iris is gonna be like, I'm confused, but there was enough urgency that I think it's time to get a move on. And again, she's going to look at Thoro and be like, come on, you fat fuck.
He immediately stops and goes, I'm sorry, what?
At that moment, the spotlights from the stage shines onto the staircase that spirals down. Let me get my map of that very quickly so I can know what I'm talking about. There you go. Windmill Inn, brought to you by the Depression of Peter. So Thoro was playing. I do believe Thoro was playing at the piano, right? Or next to the piano, or on a stage.
On stage next to the piano.
Okay, and another person was playing there, but the two Chris's there starts to like kind of boom, big spotlight on the stage, and you hear very beautiful singing coming from there, and as a figure, just you see the first on the very top of the stairs a heel, and then a very luscious leg, and then as it comes down further and further, a very beautiful person, what looks to be a human with very beautiful skin, hair kind of done, and kind of like a tiefling format, as in instead of horns, it's their hair done with that, and then the jewelry is wrapped around it like a tiefling. The outfit's expired by kind of like the tiefling culture as well. And this beautiful woman starts to just sing, and everyone stops, silence, and just looks. So this is gonna be referenced after like the nightclubs back in that I think the 1960s or 50s. I may be wrong, so if I'm wrong with my dates, I apologize. Is that like that one singer who would just sing in those clubs will come down, see that Thoreau is on her stage. She will strut to Thoreau and just mount him and go, "You gonna play me a song?" Like completely ignoring Iris, who is literally right beside him.
Thoreau's gonna sit there just for like a quick moment, like looking her over, and then looks at Iris and goes, "Do I have to?"
You're going with me now.
Or
Yes, I would, but I've got this lady on me.
Yes, but she's imitating a tiefling when you have a real one right next to you.
oh, sweetie, you can join if you want, or you can
You're
just
busy.
or you can get away from my stage.
At that point, Iris is just gonna grab Thoreau and just start dragging him away.
Strength check then. If
Yeah,
Thoreau
I'm
is
saying,
going to resist.
Make a strength
I
check.
kind of want him to lose so badly because I want to see Iris just pull Thoreau by the beard.
So what is it?
It's a 9.
Oh, well, Thoreau has to roll 1 too.
Mine's a 15.
Okay. So she will grab whatever your arm or your shoulder and start to pull you. If you're resisting, she doesn't. But if you're going to get up, how are you going to resist the pull?
So he's gonna look at her and go, "I don't know. Why don't you sweeten the pot a little here? Like, give me a reason to want to." Just with like this big old smirk on his face.
You'll stay alive.
I mean, that's not much of an incentive here, but you're gonna have to do a little better than that. Come on now.
Uh, So what is Iris and Thoreau going to do?
I don't know, and then they're gonna do.
Iris is like, okay, fine. If you want our friends to die, then be my guest.
Whoa, hold on. Nobody said anything about friends dying here.
So Thoreau, as you say that, the woman who's still straddling you at this point will whisper sweet nothings into your ear, and go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Dude, she's a bard. She's using spells on you.
What? That's preposterous.
Does she need spells though? I mean, if she just had a rock.
That's what she's pulling out of her pocket. I have your rock with you. Just stay with me.
So my wisdom saving throw is an 18.
Ooh. Very, very well done.
Fight me.
Alright, so she whispers sweet nothings. Iris, you can greatly tell. Oh, maybe not Iris. Where? Oh, there you are. Okay. I was like, someone popped in the chat. I was like, who's popping in? Is it Sanguine? Oh, it's Travis.
It's Travis.
Hi.
Okay, literally,
He's alive.
Travis is just a person who calls out of work and then just shows up and be like, "Hi guys, I'm here."
Do you have the COVID?
No, no, I don't think so.
So Iris, you do notice that she did try to cast a spell, on him, but he greatly failed.
I mean,
Oh, he
wouldn't
passed.
I was about to say wouldn't Thoro as well, since he's also a bard?
You can feel a spell was being cast on you.
So at that point, as soon as he knows, like, okay, that failed, he's gonna look at her and just kind of sit there and like, because clearly he's kind of like relaxed, but now he's just gonna kind of straighten up, cracking his back, and go, "I'm sorry. Would you like to try again?" Slowly pulling out his hammer.
She will go. Oh, if you insist. Where's my dominate person?
So the moment that she said,
I'm-
"Well, if you insist,"
that was a joke. She'll get off you and then goes. This show doesn't have any blood in it, so scoot along then if you're not gonna play along.
he just sits there with his hammer out, kind of puts it against her, pushing her aside, and then goes, "All right, I think I've had my fun," and walks out.
If you don't succeed, don't try again. Especially when you.
Iris was just like, you could have just done that earlier, and we could have been out by now.
She didn't cast a spell on me then. Come on. I thought she just wanted to give me a good time. Then she casts a spell on me.
Well, and you're not hers. That song ended quickly. All right.
So where are we going? Miss, we have to hurry.
Yes, that is a good question. Where are you guys going? Because at the current moment, you don't know where Leander is. You don't know where May-Ighe is. You don't know where Nonagon is. You don't know where Sanguine is. You only know where Core and possibly Eugene is.
I'ma go find Core.
All right. You are the one with a map, right?
I believe so.
Okay. May-Ighe will get to you once Leander is set up. Okay, we won't rush. So we'll go back to Eugene and Core's date. So the date's been going so far. You guys have been talking here and there. Eugene will kind of fill you in on his backstory a little bit. This is saying that he's from a guild. That he went to an all-elven college. He was only human. And then from there, he was sold. Dear God, that was loud. He was.
Sorry, you be quiet.
He was sold to the Tolis Wizard Academy to study under them. The one who bought Eugene was Kuella. So she bought him to have him go study. And he says, in order to pay my debt with Kuella, I had to invent magical items for her. Very minor magical items. But things didn't always work out in my favor. So
Oh, that's crazy, man. She like bought you like a slave?
not yes and no. When it comes to a, I guess, a prodigy, that they called me. Once you graduate from the top Elven's college, as an Arcanist, um, if a noble likes you or your talent, they're able to purchase your pretty much they bought your talent. You're still a free person. You can go here and there what you want, but your next study is with them. So whether it's making clothing, making weapons, making traps, they will pay for your next form of education, and that's what Quilla did.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I guess
It
it doesn't make sense.
well, think of it as like a tier system. My guild bought a slot in the college for me, so I went there. Cruella bought me and another slot to go to the next form of education for my wizardness. So it looks good on the guild, it looks good on Cruella, and then it doesn't look good on me when some of the things she made me invent.
What kind of things did you make in that?
Did you guys explore the house at all?
Yeah, I mean, I got lost.
That's one of the things I love about you. I mean, like about you. I'm going to. Oh, hey, look, a menu. He'll put the menu above his face.
Wait, what did you say?
And he's, as you're kind of like, I'm assuming you got a little closer to him. You can see that he is very flustered at this point, and he just looks at you, and he just like dead, like that. He's speechless because the fact that the proximity of your two faces are very close.
Hello? What did you say?
I said it's the one of the things I like about you.
Are you serious? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my sister was showing me something. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
I didn't know Core had a sister.
I didn't either. It's actually Gus Gus's sister.
Sure. Just kidding, her mom's dead.
Seriously, it's one of the things I like about you. You get lost.
Why is that something that you liked about me? She gets closer.
Because it means I can always find you. And that means you're never truly lost if I can find the thing I like.
Stop.
He is beat red at this point.
She'll laugh a little bit and sit back down because she knows that she's making him nervous.
You can hear him sigh a little bit. But it's a very like confusing sigh. Like, was I supposed to do something? Was I supposed to like? You can tell at this point he's using his brain and he's thinking about what just happened. So he's kind of like zoned out.
My bathroom. She'll take a bite of her pastry and ask if he made them.
It took a couple of tries, but I eventually made them with the help of a baker.
They're absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
I mean, not as good as my mom's, but
Oh, I would love
pretty
to.
good.
I would love to meet your mom one day.
Mm, maybe one day.
Well,
Maybe he'll have a chance.
well, then I can tell her how much of a how mm, he tries to compose though how beautiful her daughter is.
She's gonna start fiddling with her bracelet. Just a little bit.
Oh.
I think she'll like that.
Eugene will get up and kind of walk over to you and put his hand on your hand. And you can tell he's very, like, his palms are a little bit sweaty. He's very shaking and nervous.
Thank you, Eugene.
You're welcome. And as you guys share that moment, out of the corner of your eye, you can see Iris and Thoreau showing up.
You found me.
What?
Hello, no time to explain. We must go. Go, come on.
We got a problem.
So you guys see that Core is sitting in a chair. Eugene has her hand, and they're sharing a moment. And you guys just come up and exactly say that.
As soon as Thoreau sees that hand on hand, he's like, "Woo! Things getting spicy up in here."
Cora will grow bright red and go like that. Take her hand away.
And he goes, I just remembered. I gotta go. And he poofs away.
Damn it, Eugene.
Thoreau's gonna be like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We got a problem, and you're just gonna okay, whatever. I don't need you anyways." Looks at Cora and goes, "Okay, we got a problem. Iris, go."
The penguin will mimic Thoreau.
Iris is gonna look at her and be like, "So, random thing happened. Don't know how it happened, but I heard Nonagon. And apparently she's in a lot of trouble." She said, what is the penguin doing?"
Well, you said Nonagon, so he's imitating Nonagon.
Ah, okay. Nonagon's in trouble. Tieflings in general are in trouble.
A little bit much to drink.
I haven't had anything to drink.
I mean, she had like a gallon of ale.
Penguin.
Uh,
Like, you have seen me. I have not touched the liquor.
We have an imposter amongst us.
there's an owl in our midst. Who? I don't know, but
Okay, so where do we start looking for them?
I don't know, but we gotta try and find some other people. We gotta try and find, like, Leander, maybe May-Ighe. I thought we had Eugene.
he
But-
just kind of yeeted himself out of here.
But left the penguin.
It's all right. You know what? We don't need him. We have the penguin. Thor's just gonna go over, pick up the penguin, and be like, "We're fine." Still just holding him. Is like, "This is fine."
All right, well, we should probably look at the last place that they were.
Cool, where was that?
Didn't May I say something about the fighting pits?
Yeah. Okay, we can check there.
Weren't they chasing something from? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
They were yelling about something and running, and I just remember the running, and I immediately went no. I did my fair share of running in the past 48 hours.
As you guys are having that conversation, the penguin will gather the bouquet of the flowers from Cora's home, kind of smother them together to create a nice little necklace for Cora, and goes, Eugene wants you to have this.
It's a necklace?
Yeah. Would you like it
Okay.
to be something else?
She would have put it on her head.
Okay. That works too. Alright, my job's done. I'll see you guys later. And he bellies off.
Takes everything in Thoro to not sit there and just slide off with him.
Does anyone know if anybody had something like particular, like May-Ighe or Leander or Nonagon or Sanguine had something particular on them that's recognizable? Because maybe I could cast locate object and track them down in a sense.
Well, I mean, we all have the eye ring.
It would just lead us to each other though, since we're right next to each other.
I don't know, Corey, you know Leander the best. Is there anything he like always has on him?
Sanguine with those.
His
Luscious.
pouch of grapes.
For
Yeah,
what?
pouch of grapes. Can I cast locate object and
Well, let's read the spell and see exactly what it does.
okay, so it does describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 100 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. This spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the object.
So, do you know? Are you familiar with this object?
Yeah, because I've seen him
Okay.
grapes out of it.
So yeah, so you can locate the object, but again, like the spell says, if you're not within the 100 feet of it.
It's 1,000 feet.
Oh, it's 1,000 feet. Hot
1,000
damn.
feet.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
yes, you do know. You get a ping. The ping is from the garden. It is.
well, she has to use a component to do it. So
Okay.
Devours.
it's a forked twig. So she'll find a forked twig.
We'll say you can use your staff for this.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Because it's kind of forked, right? I mean, it's not really.
Well, I'll say your as you cast a spell, your staff kind of glows, and on the very top of it, 2 twigs point out.
Yeah.
Yeah, flavor. All right. Is Leander ready by any chance?
Are you ready? She's a little cranky because she hasn't had a nap. And she's been up a long time today.
I'm sorry, Leander. If you need to take a
No.
nap, you can go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the famous Leander. So Leanna gets into the house and just curls up into a cat nap.
He said, no.
It's totally in character.
Alright. He sees who the mystery person is and goes, "Nah, not today. Let me take a nap. After my nap, we can do our thing, but nap first."
Okay, I'm here. You didn't leave me any. Oh,
The green one.
no,
Okay, let's go.
These are my players, everyone. My players who I love so much. I can't take that seriously. Okay, so as Leanna, so this is gonna happen. Leanna's gonna have quite a while before anyone gets to him, outside of possibly May-Ighe, due to the events, the time, and everything. But Leander, as you just kick down the door or bust it open, just slides on in there to see the trench coat.
correction, I jumped through the window.
Oh yes, that's right. As you jump through the window, what's your AC?
Let me check. Oh wait, I have it right here. For once, I'm prepared.
So proud
But
of you.
beyond.
I'm gonna take a guess. 18.
Yeah.
Damn it! It's like you have that memorized, May-Ighe.
He knows his kitty cat.
The adventures of May-Ighe and Leander.
Wow, that's a big adventure because he's super small and Leander's like super tall.
All right, I'm gonna need you to make me a strength check.
Okay. According to Facebook, I booped the bison's nose, so I'm lucky all day today. So.
Oh.
What's your strength? It is 11.
All right. I hate when I can't find my monster. All right, so as you, go through the window, you land, you turn, and in this big fur chair, and the trench coat kind of morphs into this big fur coat. You see this very lanky, skinny, decrepit lady that you know as Cruella Deville. And goes, "Well, hello, Leander." At that moment, you feel two giant pains in your back as you fall to the ground, and you look over to see what hit you. You see two giants. Not two giants, but two stone. No, sorry, oh my God, what are they?
I heard
Well, no, it's the Goliath. Yeah, the Goliath. Sorry, I was gonna see stone child, but the race is Goliath. Two Goliaths. One kind of a bit chubbier. One's a little bit skinnier and bulky. That have wooden clubs that just with the pure force just does damage to you. So the total damage that you receive is 10.
Told you, I'm gonna die.
It's not bad.
So they knock you to the ground. One of them, the fat one, closes a window and then locks the door. And Cruella will say again, "Well, hello, Leander. Long time no see."
I'm sorry, I'm still on road 3. Let's see. He just kind of stares at her and doesn't say very much because he's too mad.
Well, you do owe me a new butcher, because you killed my last one. So how do you expect to pay for him? Or how do you expect me to get revenge for you murdering him?
Well, if we're playing this game, then you murdered, let's see, how many lions, and you owe me that many back, so...
That was a sport. Hunting's fine.
Hunting is not fine.
Oh. Well, it is when you can do it. When you can just...
Well-
Oh, they're first so soft.
Well, if you're playing that game, I'm a lion, and I was hunting.
Oh. Okay. Well then. I guess I'll just take you back then. You can just kiss goodbye to your friends.
Do you think I'm just gonna sit here and let you do that?
Well, I don't think you have much of a choice.
Oh, I have all the free will that I can muster.
Well, you could resist, which I would hate for that because that would damage your beautiful fur. Or you can come willingly, and I won't have my two bulky men find and beat your companions.
Um, Either way, I'm going to resist
Ah, that's a shame.
because even if I die trying, at least my pelt won't be used for your vicious fashion.
True, but I can still mount your head on a wall to let everyone know. Or I can send it to your friends. Which one would they prefer? Your fur or your head?
Neither.
Well, they're gonna get one or the other. Or you can just come with me quietly.
No.
Okay, well, I tried to do this a more respectful way than I given your other kin. But I mean, it's just a filthy animal, so it's okay.
She literally twitched.
You call us a filthy animal, yet you continue to wear pelts around like you respect them in a way. So you always contradict yourself, Miss Corella Deville.
Um,
I wouldn't wear your skin because you're disgusting.
Let's go into initiative at that point. So, Leander, go ahead and roll me an initiative.
Don't forget, you have 8 lives left.
What was it? Oh,
+1, +4.
Wait, Peter, am I there? Am I there?
you're not. You're not there yet, Travis. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yo, that was the worst roll. Here, peep up. Peep up, bless them.
Bless the dice of the mighty. Okay, give me 1 second to find.
Here you go. Try it again. Oh, okay.
Good job, Peep-Up.
What was that roll?
14.
Oh, hey, it's because.
+4 would be 18.
Perfect. All right, so I found the creature finally. So it's not gonna be 2 creatures, it's just gonna be 1. It's gonna be the one I like to use. Unfortunately, this group hasn't experienced this, but it's a creature with 2 heads. It's a very large creature with 2 heads.
What did you say?
It has 2 heads. You know what it is. I like using them. All right, so Cruella. And then you got what was your total initiative roll, Leander?
The second roll or the first roll?
The first roll.
5.
Okay, well, you get to go second. And then May-Ighe? We'll have May-Ighe go last when May-Ighe shows up. Since he's not in this initiative yet, Since Leander did have a much greater lead than May-Ighe. But May-Ighe did keep up quite a bit. All right, so after that comment that Leander made, Cruella is not so helpless. Oh. Okay, so that's a... So Cruella, as you said, will reveal a crossbolt from her coat, shoot you with it, which dealing 14 points of damage.
It hit?
It critted, actually.
Oh.
And make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. That got talked. Hold on.
Move your dice.
I'm moving it. I'm moving it.
$18.
Okay. So the bolt goes directly into, we'll say, your thigh, and you can feel that a type of poison was trying to take over your body. And Travis is like, yeah, it's fucking poison. It's always poison with Peter.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds too familiar to a tranquilizer
It will
dart.
reduce the damage.
Yep, you actually caught it right off the dot, Travis.
Did you say the damage was 14?
Correct. The damage was 14.
Yeah. You can use it.
No.
I'm
As a
gonna
reaction.
as a reaction. I want to use parry.
Ooh, what does that do?
When another creature damage. Oh, that's not a melee weapon, isn't it?
Correct. It's a ranged weapon.
Sorry.
That's why I was like, is that? It wasn't a melee weapon. It's for a melee weapon. Never mind.
Okay. So since Leander's been, you're familiar with hunters and skip frame detected 26% over the last. Okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't affect too much. You notice that a type of poison was trying to come through your body to numb you. So that was actually Quella's first shot. She is going to load up another crossbow. And with a whopping 12, I'm going to assume misses.
Yeah.
Alright, so she takes aim, fires again, misses. And then we go to Leander.
Oh, Onyx.
So you are currently prone at the moment. Cruella is about 45 feet from you.
Right there.
But you have it right there
Okay,
too.
yeah.
No, it's too late.
It's an action.
And you have this big two-headed creature behind you, pretty much.
So you can do.
The baby. Should I use my great eye?
It's up to you.
He said she's 45 feet.
How far? 45 feet?
45 feet.
You can draw your hand. He's prone,
He is currently prone at the moment, yes.
so I would take an action to get up.
It would take half his movement.
Half your movement. So it wouldn't be an action, but half movement.
Correct.
Okay.
So you can do 15 feet of movement.
Okay. So I want to get up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna toss one of my hand axes.
At Quill.
At her?
Yeah.
Oh ho ho ho. Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
I got a fat dog on me.
Onyx?
Yeah. I don't know what he wants.
All the cuddles and love.
Whoops.
You got this.
10.
10 plus what?
I don't know.
The modifiers right there for hand axe.
Oh.
Plus
8. 18.
Hot, you hit her.
Okay,
It
roll your
is
damage.
9.
Alright, so
And you can do an extra if you wanted to. Or you're down to the low.
And then I do have. Wait, is my daunting or?
The daunting
regular?
roar is a bonus action.
Okay. And then I want to do my daunting roar.
ooh, what does this do?
As a bonus action, once per short rest, creatures of your choice within 10 feet that can hear you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 14, or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Alright.
You want to do it towards
I'm gonna
Corella or the
I'm gonna do it towards
two-headed?
the two-headed creature.
Okay, make your wisdom saving throw.
Alright. He fails. Oh, it fails.
Ooh, he's frightened.
He is frightened for 1 turn.
There you go. And now you can't use it again.
Very nice. Alright, would that be the end of Leander's turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so this thing will
Can it be more than one creature?
But within 10 feet, Corel's not in 10
Oh.
feet of him.
You're right.
So this person will open up the door and take half his movement to kind of squeeze out and then go down, and you hear Quill say, "Damn it, Horace and Jasper. You damn hooligans. Come back here." That'll be their turn. May-Ighe will get closer. Because I know May-Ighe is just sprinting at this point.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation check. This would be for kind of like clues on where Leander would have went.
Would he have heard the roar because it's pretty loud?
There are other things going on in the town, but I will roll a percentile for that to see if he has a slight hearing. So we'll give him an advantage on his investigation, which he does. So go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Okay, great. Because my first roll was a nat 1, which I was going to re-roll anyway. And my second roll. Sorry, the animation's really slow on the tablet.
Oh, that's okay.
17.
Oh, all right. You have the general. So you heard the roll, the roar. There we go.
The roar.
Thank you. And you pinpoint the general location of it, and then you just stop sprinting that way. So you will. Sorry, go for it.
Am I able to get a sentence out on the I-ring?
Oh, this is a good point. Let's see if he's.
May I just know if he's going to be within range, but he would like to try.
Go for it.
So it's going to be open channels.
Okay.
And he's going to say, "Leander, where are you at? I think I heard you."
All right. So, since you weren't too far behind, I will say that Leander, you do hear May-Ighe over the Irene.
What did he say? Sorry.
Hey, sir, where are you? I think I heard you.
I'm in a building with that witch. She's ugly. Oh, it stinks too.
Are you talking about my mother? My deceased mother? How dare you?
How
If you
dare
think you're-
him?
If you think your mother's a witch, then that's all your fault. But I'm talking about Corella DeVille.
Ooh. And Peter, the most movement I can get is 75 feet using my movement. Is my movement dash and cunning action dash.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot closer now. So by the end of the next initiative round, you will at least be within 30 feet.
Okay, great.
Let me get one.
And that was on open channels, so everyone who is in that vicinity hopefully should have heard that.
Unfortunately, everyone else at this point would have. Actually, hold on. Yeah, would have been too far away.
Too far, yeah.
Yeah, because
I figured, but
this is still happening while they are in the beginning part of their thing.
of course, May I still gonna keep trying.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we'll go up to the top two. Cruella. So you pierce her with the hand axe, and she just looks at you with the most hated look ever. Do you remember that car scene from the Dalmatian, where her hair is all like she looks all demonic and everything? So
Yes.
that scene, she will pull off her trench coat. Use a bonus action to activate the trench coat, and a lion will appear in front of her. And the lion will charge at you. So the lion is going to attack. Your AC is 18, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, the lion misses you. So it tries to do its pounce on you, but you're able to dodge it away. Unfortunately, it only gets one attack. And then Cruella, first attack on you, which will be an 18. Her second attack will be a 17. So only one attack hits. For a whopping 13 points of damage. And go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw.
What's your modifier? 3 plus 3.
Oh.
So 14 plus 3 is
17.
Well done.
17.
So as another bolt hits you, you feel the same effects going on. All right, Leander, it is your turn now.
I would like to, for the moment, guess. How far did you say the two-headed creature was?
He ran out the building. Oh, that would provoke attack of op from you if you didn't take your reaction last turn.
Okay, then I will move closer to Corella.
So you do have a lion in front of you. You can ignore the lion, but then the lion will get one attack of op on you.
I think I'm still gonna move towards Corella.
All right, so the lion will get its attack of op and miss. All right, so your movement is 30.
Yeah.
So you are now 15 feet away from Cruella.
Okay. And then I have another hand. I have two hand axes, so I'm gonna throw my other one.
All
The
right.
perks of having two things.
Go for it.
Ooh,
18.
that's a good one. Plus 8.
18.
It's 26.
26.
Let me do my math. All right, Cruella does get the Disney bonus. She gets a villain bonus. But even with all of that, due to the union, I had to minus some things. Yeah, that hits.
11.
God damn.
Damage.
She is enraged at this point. She's hurt. You did about 20 damage to her, but she's just like, you filthy Mongol, you. Know your place.
I do. I am king.
King of nothing. You don't even have your own tribe.
Ooh, she got you.
Uh-oh.
You don't need a tribe to be king.
And you will die a lonely king.
Now, if you die,
Thorough with a mic drop suddenly.
You can do it.
No.
oh yeah.
Would that
No, but I can't do it.
would that be the end of Leander's turn?
I can't do anything because Hold on.
Okay.
He sucks at his crossbow. We're never doing his crossbow again, okay?
Are you sure?
His fat fingers can't fit inside the crossbow.
I mean, you could throw your great axe.
I'm not throwing my great axe. I need it.
Is that your then?
Wait.
I'm just asking, lady.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right. We move to Horace and Jasper. At this point, you can kind of see some of the. Oh, you and Leanna, you both can hear some screams outside. And Horace and Jasper just doesn't know what to do. So they are gonna just start attacking random folks as they make their way back. So Travis, you can hear some screams along the way, which you know you're getting closer. So Horace and Jasper will make their way back. So they will probably get back there next turn. So as you run around the corner, you can see that this two-headed tall figure is just smashing property, smashing people, and it's making its way to an open door where through the window you can see Leander just chuck a hand axe at something. He looks pretty beat. But that's the description for you. So a lot of people are running away and everything.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Does it take all of my movements and stuff to do that?
For flavor, I'll say the moving around the corner is free, and we start with you at the around the corner part. So you can do your movement from there. All your actions are available.
Okay. So what I would like to do is use my. How far am I away from the site of Leander? Is it 50 feet? Is it 100?
I would say, let's see. I said you were about, what, 30 feet from the door. So I'd say Leander's about 45 feet from
Okay.
where you're at.
So what I'd like to do
Okay.
is I want to use my movement and my cunning action for dashing. Seeing that Leander threw their axe somewhere off, gonna use my movement to go to a diagonal to try and see what Leander was throwing at.
Okay.
And while I'm doing the movement, I'm pulling out my bow so that if I see it, maybe I can take a shot.
All right. Let's see. I'll roll percentile for this to see if your angle can get there. Go ahead and roll me a percentile.
Sure. Give me one moment.
Not a problem. I don't mind doing the angles. They're tricky, but they make for good flavor.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah.
80.
All right. You do. You see kind of like you see a figure, but with the sun and what's going on around you, and kind of like Leander's a little bit blocking it. You kind of see a very skinny witch-like creature with a witch-like creature.
Okay, so as I'm about to pull on the arrow, I say over the eye ring, Leander, don't take a step forward, and then I take a shot.
All right, go ahead and take your shot.
My range is, for my weapon, it's 80 feet on the first increment.
You make that, yeah, you're within range.
Cool, so I do not take the shot at disadvantage.
Correct.
Come on. 15.
15 unfortunately misses.
Okay, so Leander just sees a bow just come through the window and then hit a wall or whatever.
A small little bolt that looks like a fly.
Oh no, it's a straight up arrow.
Oh, it's straight up. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a straight up arrow.
You see,
And
I love
Yeah,
it.
shut up.
I can just imagine May-I like for like advertising writes May-I Incorporated on all his arrows.
oh, it's sketched into every bow, just in small black ink. Uh, b- build. May I build high the building guy?
So Leander, you see an arrow, but in the very small print you see May-I the building guy, and the arrow sticks to the wall. All right, would that be it for May-I?
Yeah, that's all we can do.
All right, so we'll go back to Cruella. Cruella will kind of move. We'll stay where she's at, so she's 15 feet. So she'll attack Leanna for the first shot. Uh, does a 10 will miss. So she will and miss you. You're able to kind of just deflect it with your claw. Do you have your great axe out at this point?
Not yet. No, not yet.
All right, so we'll also say you kind of like you clawed it, so you just swiped it away in the air. Her second attack is a crit. So this is going to be
Move, please.
21 points of damage. What are you at?
I'm dead.
Wait, don't you have like a stone's endurance or something?
Wait, hold on.
Or
Second win.
do you have a oh second win? But that's a bonus action on your turn. Damn. I was thinking stone's endurance for a Goliath.
Leander just goes poof.
You're not dead, dude.
Alright, so Leander, you will see Leander fall unconscious after another bolt gets into him. Then you will see kind of like a lion go over his body, and then kind of moves onto the witch-looking thing, which gives you kind of now a better visual. You can see that it's Cruella de Vil, with the fur coat. But before that happens, I forgot. Leander, go ahead and make me a death saving throw.
Already?
Well, if
Yeah.
Leander falls unconscious, since he is after Cruella, it's his turn. So
Oh, okay. So you said a death saving throw?
correct.
11.
Does that add anything or just?
No, it's
Just
just
straight
a straight D20.
Okay.
10. 10 through 20 you pass. 1 through 9 you fail.
1 is a critical fail,
Oh,
and
yeah.
20 is
A critical
a
pass.
like not just a critical pass, but I think they automatically like go straight to 1 hit point and are brought back to life.
Sure, we'll go with that. I like that. Okay, so then we go to Horace and Jasper. They're still going to run amok. They haven't noticed May-I yet. They're just kind of swinging and destroying anything he can at this point. So we'll go to May-I.
Great. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm going to use my movement to get closer. And this puts me just outside of the window. Correct?
Yeah, I do believe so. You're just right outside.
So what I'm going to do, I would like to use my. Tell me if I can do this. I would like to use my cunning action to dash.
Okay.
But try and jump through the window, doing some rollover shit, and then pull out my rapier so I could still use an action.
Acrobatics then.
Okay, cool.
And if only Iris can see you now. She would be oohed and awed. But she's asleep right now.
Okay. So. Oh, come on. Acrobatics. Let's go. Rolling the dice. Slow animation. Needs some work on the tablet. 8.
Not your best performance, but it's one of those like hold on, stop, I got this. Huh!
And so, am I able to get face to face with Cruella?
Not exactly face to face with her because the distance wise, now you're 15 feet away from her.
Okay, so I continue with my bow and go, ah, isn't it Cantella de bitch? And I shoot.
Who are you?
I shoot. I don't answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, and here we go. Oh, 26.
That would definitely hit.
It's a d6 plus 4. It's not sneak attack.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Correct.
Yep. Oh, max damage. 10 damage.
Nice. She is pissed because you can see the two hand axes in her, along with now your little arrow.
And I would like to say after I shoot her, I just go, leave Leander alone.
Okay, so may I? So we'll do an open dialogue here since it is May I and Coella's turn. So you did all your movements and everything, correct?
Yeah, I'm out.
All right,
I
Coella
don't have anything else.
will go. Who are you?
What's important is that you just killed my friend.
He killed my butcher.
Your butcher?
Ye-
Didn't you like slaughter his entire race?
Oh, no. Well, I would love to because they have the best fur ever, but we can't find his race.
Then you don't have a right to be upset. Then
I
I
do. You know
no
how
yeah.
hard it is to find a good butcher who can properly skin and reserve lions?
I really don't give a shit about what you think. The point of the matter is you just killed my friend.
Well, he's not dead yet. I mean, I can shoot him right now, and I've already done
And then
massive damage twice.
and then I would like if whenever she would point the crossbow in front of over to Leander, I would purposely interject. And I don't know how we're role playing this, but if I'm able to take the dodge action, I will. I don't know how that working.
If we get if depending on how this goes and if it gets back to your turn before this goes anywhere, uh, cool. But she goes, well then. We seem at an impasse here. All I want is that lovely lion's fur. I have no need to kill a child. But if I have to, I will. And I don't think you're much capable of taking me down.
I think I'm more capable than what you think I can.
I just took down Leander.
And then I get into a stance and I go, oh, by the way, how's Eugene?
She looks at you with the most distasteful look that you've seen in quite some time. And she'll go, okay, now I know who you are. And she will fire a crossbow at you. Does a 12 hit?
It misses.
Okay, second attack. That also misses with a whopping less than 12. Okay, so she'll be done. Leanna, go ahead and make me another death saving throw. All of the O's.
15.
All right, that's 2 out of 3. You're good to go. Horace and Jasper will you can hear that they are getting closer and closer to the door. May-Ighe, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm trying to look at a rule. I'm trying to see if rapier is considered a light weapon.
It should be since it's finessable.
Okay. So sorry, I just wanna make. Oh no, because it doesn't show rapier under its properties that it's a light weapon.
Okay.
Um, so with that, I'm just going to take out my rapier, um, and then just bum rush straight into her face, and then take a slice at her.
All right, go ahead and roll.
And this is with the magical rapier.
Yeah. I forgot, what does it do?
Oh, it's just a +1.
Okay.
Oh man, 15. That's not gonna hit.
Correct. Unfortunately, that will miss.
And then I just look at her, go, and then I can dash, I can disengage, I can stealth. But it took me 15 feet of movement to get there, which puts me at 10. Is there any furniture that's within like 10 feet?
Yeah, I'll say there's like a chair or something.
I would like to. I would like to try and hide behind the chair.
Go
If
for
I can.
Go for it with disadvantage.
But because I have my boots of Elvenkind, I have advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
All right, I like it.
And come on, stealth. So +10. Come on.
Oh shit.
It's a natural 1, but I am lucky.
Rachel with the memes. Okay, go ahead and reroll that.
It's doing it now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 28.
All right, so you're able to just, and she's just like, I know you're behind there, but where are you? Come out, you coward. I know you're in that vicinity, so I'm just gonna shoot and see if I hit you.
Maybe I'll have like 3/4 cover or something. Who knows?
Would that be the end of May-Ighe?
That's the end of my turn.
If
End of my pathetic turn.
If anyone comes in here, they're just gonna see Coella shooting at a chair. Okay,
It's like, where could May-Ighe be?
Alright, so Coella is gonna shoot at the chair, so I'll have her roll with disadvantage to see if she hits you. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay, it was a 14 and a 4. Her second shot? 14.
No.
Okay.
My AC is 16.
Yeah, so she just the bolts are like hitting the chair, and you can just see boing, boing, and you can see the little like liquid dropping from them, which you can like inhale. And being around Tolis, and since Tolis is a very variety of people, you can sense what this fragrant is. Leander, go ahead and roll me a death saving throw. Coella will move 30 feet to the back of the room door.
15.
All right, Leander is stabilized. And I do believe that means you're back at 1 HP? Or is he still unconscious? I forgot what it is.
Travis.
That to be honest, I don't remember the rule for that one.
Yeah, it's okay. I know.
But a quick Google search can tell me.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and look that up really quick because Leander may have a turn here. And depending on what Leander wants to do, we'll see how this goes for our faithful heroes, since there's two of you.
You remain unconscious and will regain one hit point and consciousness in 1d4 hours.
Okay. So let's go ahead and 3 hours. You'll gain 1 hit point.
Well, Leander gets 1 hit point now, but in
Oh.
3 hours they will be conscious again.
Oh, okay. So perfect then. You release that 1 hit point. Horse and Jasper is going to squeeze their way into the door and then look around, see Cruella. So the big giant creature is now inside the building, but he doesn't see you. May-Ighe, it is your turn.
I'm going to take a shot with my bow and hope that I get sneak attack against Cruella.
All right.
Do I get advantage? Am I considered an unseen attacker?
I would. This brings a good point here. 'Cause I don't think we've ever had a one-on-one fight before when you're trying to hide. Well, you know what? Let's see. You wanna know what? I will say as Horace and Jasper, they don't squeeze in, but they burst in, causing debris and smoke coming around. And in that moment, you will take your shot, and you will have sneak attack for this.
Okay, great. So this would be an advantage.
All right.
So I'm going to roll my first one.
Okay.
Sorry, the animations on this are really slow,
It
so I'm
is
doing what I can.
perfectly fine.
So it's either a 24. I'm just trying to see if I get a crit.
All right.
No, it's either 24 or a total of 20. I'll take the 24. Does that hit?
Yes, that does hit.
Great. So sneak attack. So a d6 plus 4 plus 3d6.
I love that show.
So 7 plus. Seven plus 8, so 15 damage.
Ooh. She is not looking good. That was just a straight through the gut, out her back and everything, and she is not looking good. She is definitely coughing up blood at this point.
And I'm gonna try and use this debris moment to move to a different place and attempt to hide again for my cunning action.
All right, go for it.
I'll
Wow.
let you know in a second when this thing isn't so fucking slow. So I no longer have disadvantage. Is that correct?
Correct.
On the stealth check.
Correct, on a stealth check.
Great. So I'm back to my advantage rolls.
Damn it, frame rate.
Hey, if anyone from D&D Beyond is watching, can you fix the animation on a tablet for rolling dice?
Thoros is like, yes, please.
So it was either a 14 or a 28. So the 28.
All right. So you
and
think...
also
Go for it.
And before I went stealth, I was on the iron telepathically. Is anybody coming? Cruella de Vil is here.
You don't hear anyone.
Yeah.
But good. I mean, it's at least you're trying. We will go to Cruella if that's the end of May-Ighe's turn. Cruella will disappear into the back door. Leander is still unconscious. Her minion will rush and double move to the back door. Cruella will leave it open, but he will squeeze on in, and then shuts the back door as well. Then we go to May-Ighe. Do you follow, or are you just gonna let them leave?
Oh God, I can't chase. I have to get Leander out.
Okay.
I gotta get Leander out. So I'm gonna do what I can to. Poor May-Ighe just grab Leander by the shoulders and get out.
All right. So that will wrap up that moment. So everything now has happened. May-Ighe is pulling. May-Ighe gets about half a block, and then the other party members who are looking for May-Ighe will see as they turn around the corner, they will see May-Ighe dragging Leander, just trying to like very slowly move him. So May-Ighe, you will bump into someone's legs, and as you look up, you will see that Core is right above you with her stick pointing down.
Core, oh my God, heal Leander now.
So you guys will see Leander is beat, bloodied. He looks like he got beat up. Bolts are in him, but he seems fine. Oh, at least unconscious at that point.
What happened to him?
It was Cruella de Vil. It was
Pull out the bolts.
Okay.
I'm sorry, do your thing.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it was Cruella de Vil. She shot him with a bunch of bolts. That's who has Nonagon, I think.
I will cast Healing Word. No, Cure Wounds.
All right.
So I'm going to put them and do Cure Wounds at first level.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, that is 1d8. What's my 8? 7 plus 5, 7, 8, 12. 12 points of healing for you.
And then as Leander, as you wake up, as also familiar sights that you've seen many times before, Core is over you, healing you.
Yeah.
Oh, and she does have a nice little flower crown. We'll say a nice little flower crown on her head.
I mean, at least you're wearing something different this time.
Oh, thank God.
What the hell were you thinking?
Nonagon was in trouble. What was it supposed to do? Leave her?
I wasn't talking about that.
What?
You were off like Cruella de Vil by yourself.
I could do a lot by myself.
Apparently not.
Cut me off.
Leander, I'm just glad you're okay. Oh dear God, I thought you died.
Thanks. I appreciate the help, may I?
I didn't do much, but God, you should. I point to the track marks and you go, I've been doing that for like ever.
Well, I appreciate you getting me out of there.
Oh God.
I owe you one, buddy.
Yeah, so Cruella was hit pretty bad by me while you were down.
Good.
Oh, and Cruella's very insightful, and she figured out I was there during the time that Eugene joined us. She's very perceptive.
Oh, is that
Bed.
Yeah, she was very insightful, and she seemed to recognize me almost immediately without any prompting whatsoever.
That sounds a little bit like a lie, but I'm gonna choose to believe you.
No.
And Iris and Toro, are you there as well?
I don't know. Are we there?
Well, you guys went with Core, so yeah.
Yee.
Okay, so problem, Nonagon. I tried communicating on the iRing. I don't know if you got it, but Nonagon was taken by this um, uh, cloth thing that magically took her. And Leander and I, we went chasing after the thing, and I tripped over a kid, and I didn't realize how close to the heights I was to little children until I kept running into children. And the point being, Leander got there first. Apparently, was fighting Cruella Deville, and that's where I suspect Nonagon is being held. Oh, and there's also a two-headed monster that's with Cruella as well.
Well done. Seems like a eventful day.
So we're gonna go after them, right?
I mean, I would assume if you think that who has our other party member, I mean I would assume that's where we're going.
Yeah, I think they have Nonagon.
All right, let's get a move. Well, I mean somebody should probably stay behind with Leander.
I'm good.
So somebody should probably stay behind with Leander.
Knowing Leander's going to be coming with us.
Yeah.
The thing with Cruella is personal to her kind.
All right, let's get a move on.
Leander, drink your potions.
You got it.
You got it, dude.
And then I start leading them in the direction.
All right. So we're gonna switch over to the perspective of Nonagon.
Oh my god, I get to play.
Hey, you knew what you signed up for. All right. So we got the group together and everything. They're gonna head on over to where Cruella is. You spent what seems like a couple of hours in this cell with Roll. You haven't seen anyone come in and out of here until shortly later. The door opens up, and you can see about several guards come in. They are dressed in kind of a town guard look. So probably chainmails, spears, bows, and long swords at the side. They will go to one of the cells that has about 2 or 3 in there of tieflings that still have either the full horns or a little set of horns. They will go and beat them unconscious and then drag their bodies out.
In my cell or in a cell across?
And a different cell.
Okay. You said they took all of my gear, but I still got like my boots and stuff, right?
You got any clothing?
Okay. Can I check my boot to see if they knew to grab that knife that I took from May-Ighe?
Roll me a percentile.
And it's a +1 to damage. So it's a magical dagger.
That's a 49.
It's also a small dagger. They did not. So if you check it, you still have that small dagger.
All right, cool. May-Ighe, you said that was a +1 to damage?
Yes, not +1 to hit, but just a +1 to damage.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so there's not much I can do for them in that cell over there except try to get their attention. So I'm just gonna yell across and I'm gonna be like, yo, we got better horns over here.
They actually completely ignore you. And Roll will, as you say that, he goes, "Don't waste your breath. We've tried." They literally come in like zombies. They grab what they need and leave.
How close do they get to the bars? Like, do they ever pass in front of us? Could you reach them?
Unfortunately, even if I could, they would just stab us with spears. And he'll show you, he'll lift up his shirt and show you the stab wounds that he has of several spears in him.
Do they ever come down in pairs, or is it always a big group?
It's always a big group of 5.
All right. I want to see if among the group of people that I have in the cell with me, how many do I have in the cell with me? If we're all divided.
Say it's you and about you, Roll, and one other tiefling.
So there's 3 of us in the cell.
Correct.
It's usually a group of 5. How close are the cells, and could I reach across to someone in another cell? Like, are there bars separating us or walls?
There are walls separating.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna tell him about the dagger yet, because I don't want it getting out. I don't want anyone figuring out. I want to keep it for just in caseies. Well, hopefully my group's on their way. I tried to give them enough information to let them know that the tieflings were being targeted, so hopefully they could check Iris. Hopefully she shared that with everybody.
Hopefully they can find us soon. If we have to keep your horns intact, we will do our best to make sure you are safe for last, and hopefully that can be quite some time from now.
I mean, they can have my... I don't know what they're doing with my horns, but I'm not worried about losing them.
We're thinking
just
they're trying to make something out of them, whether it's a drug or an enhancement pill.
Yeah, that's the disturbing bit. All right, well, let's try not to attract too much attention to this one cell. If we can lull them into a sense of nonchalance, we can get the surprise on, we can get the jump. If they're being controlled, we need to see if we can figure out who's controlling them and see if we can't lure them down here.
Oh,
change the tides.
Yeah. Whenever they drop off those 5, we'll see what we can do.
All right.
We just unfortunately have to sit and be patient.
How do they feed us? Do they feed us?
They haven't fed us yet.
How long have you been down here?
I'm going to assume a couple of days.
And you haven't eaten yet?
Correct.
Oh.
They might feed us soon to make sure we don't die of starvation, but since we are trained fighters, I do believe they're just trying to weaken us first so we don't have the strength to fight back.
Okay. Alright. Not much I can do with just us 2. We're locked in the cell. I don't have any lockpicks.
And too bad you can't just poof a magical friend of yours from your boot.
Poof, a magical friend. Oh, no, I can't. I don't want to break the dagger. I'm trying to lock.
Oh, no, I was talking about May-Ighe. Too bad you can't just grab into your boot and pull him out like a rabbit in a hat. That was a sense of humor. I tried. I'm not good at it.
All right. I'm trying to think. If they took all of my stuff, I don't have anything I could use as a distraction or anything.
Yeah, fortunately, we are at the point of just being
waiting,
which is.
I feel like I'm in that magical hut underneath the fire.
Yeah. Well, waiting's not our strong suit, but wait, what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it later when we get out of here. Over an ale.
Alright, sounds good to me. Alright, so we'll move over back to the group. We'll take our first break in about 5 minutes. We'll just make it a 10-minute break since we started so late. So as a group, I'm assuming May-Ighe is going to lead the group into the room or the house room, whatever you want. As you guys enter the building, the door frame is broken. You can see some scuffle and blood here and there, and a blood trail leading to a back room. Leander, you no longer have both of your hand axes since they're They were inside Cruella at the time. So you need to get two
Uh,
new hexes.
Hey, Leander, are you proficient with the scimitar?
Are you sure?
So you're
Yeah.
fighter.
Let me look.
Okay. This room is kind of filled with some furs here and there. Some now, I guess, destroyed wine bottles. You might be able to find a wine glass still intact. Um, but what
Is a scimitar a simple weapon?
it should
A
be.
scimitar is a finette light.
Says proficiency in simple weapons.
Um, I don't know, Peter.
Scimitar.
I think it's a martial, but I'm not sure.
Can go to. Actually, let me go to an actual character. We will go to Jebediah. We'll go to equipment.
Simple weapons include clubs, maces, and other weapons often found in the hands of commoners. Martial weapons, including swords, axes, pole arms, require more specialized training.
Alright, so it most likely will be a martial weapon.
Sorry, I was looking at my character sheet.
It's okay. So what do you guys do when you're in this room?
He is proficient with that.
Alright, dope.
Martial weapons and simple weapons. I'm the one with simple weapons only.
So as you guys are in this room, what's the idea? What's the game plan for this room? We cannot hear you, May-Ighe.
Sorry, I had to turn down my mic because I was coughing. So Cruella and the two-headed ugly person went through those doors in the back. Leander, you say that you have you're proficient with the scimitar, right?
He's talking to me. What was that question? That you're proficient with the scimitar.
I guess so.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I go into my backpack. I pull up the scimitar that I pulled back from Greenest, way back to when we were doing that dungeon crawl when I defeated that dragon leader dude. And then I hand you the scimitar and go, here. And I hand you that, and then I hand you my other dagger and go, take this. You need something to arm yourself.
Has a great accent.
Please don't die.
Gross.
What was that?
I said, please don't die. All right. Again, so as you guys are in this room, let's go ahead and take that 10-minute break now since there's only 1 minute to there. We'll give you guys the idea of what to do. So go ahead and just be back here at 9:10. We'll keep the live stream on in case anyone shows up. But we'll stop the recording here. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll stop the recording. Check out part 2 and see what the group finds. See if they can save Nonagon in time before her horns will get removed. We'll find out hopefully the fate of Nonagon in part 2.